Motor Club. Motor Club. Motor Club. Motor Club. MCA, baby. Baby. Baby.
All I wanted was for you to name me, to bring my name up with the greatest of rappers that's done it. Them haters hate me, but they really made me. I came from rock bottom, but saw money problems. Motor Club, but before the club, the Lord knows how I came up. But before the club, only took 2 doves to get with the club. But before the club, we reppin' tough and they paying us.
MCA, baby.
Yo, Lord knows I'm going in, coming harder than porno men. Motor Club, what I represent. Other companies can't see it's like limo tank. Give it that TVC matrix, we rich for this. Too many customers to say the benefit. Yeah, we killing that AAA cause it was meant. Told my people that's locked down, I never forget. Now I'm coming to lock down, it's motor-ish. Mixed it with the rap sound for motorists. I'm the coldest out now, watch how I spit. Only rapper now to help you profit. I'm that new jack that's up in my city that work. On for my business, I put on for my biz. On for my business, I put on for my biz. On for my business. When I came up in this industry, they say that I'm that new hit. Face of MCA, they say that #1 draft pick. Go get a chasing 7 figures, that's that ultra rich. Keep my body super fit and dress code is super sick. Your dress code is super sick. Yeah, I keep it super sick. You never know when paparazzi wanna try to sneak a pic. Entrepreneur, businessman, yeah, I'm all legit. Also, I'm investor, real estate, yes sir. TLCs and tax deeds, properties I own indeed. So many tax liens, bankroll is looking mean. Started off with 40 bucks, working hard with a dream. Now my money's working hard, and my life is like a dream. I put on for my biz, on for my business. I put on for my biz, on for my business. Put on MCA, put on real estate, put on motorclubforlife.com. I put on for my biz, on for my business. I put on for my biz, on for my business. Put on MCA, put on real estate, put on motorclubforlife.com. Cuff links and collar bars complement the tailor fit. Millionaire mindset, billionaire's my next step. School of hard knocks, you cannot learn this in the classroom. See, I didn't finish school, but I'm far from a fool. I'm a mentor, picture that just like photography. Hung around successful people, changed my philosophy. Ladies see a classic man, charismatic gentleman. Raising up my little girls cause they need a gentleman. More money, more problems, but I say that's not true. When you serving others unselfish, money comes to you. I'm a big baller cause I'm a problem solver. And I came from poverty, now I'm at philanthropy. I put on for my biz, on for my business. I put on for my biz, on for my business. Put on MCA, put on. What's going on, y'all? Oh, man. There's nothing better than a late night workout with your mind, your body, and your soul, spirit, you know. So, I did a little workout, felt real good so far as with the body. Also did some praying, meditation, you know, it's for the spirit, the inner spirit. And now it's time to get into some mental workout, total body workout, mind, body, spirit. And what I want to share with you all is my Rich Dad Poor Dad. So far as Rich Dad, this book Rich Dad Poor Dad, this is like, if that was the elementary, the basics, the fundamentals, this new book that just came out this year, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer, this would be graduate school. So
Rich Dad Poor Dad would be the beginning. This would be the completion, the ending to that, or the graduation of it. And what I want to do is I want to read a chapter in here to you all, because I really feel that it's crucial, this information, as I was reading through it, and it was resonating with me so much that I had to say, you know what, people have to hear this. So if you haven't gotten this book yet, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer, what is financial education really? You know, I highly suggest that you go and get that book. You know, it's paramount. I mean, there's no words for it. You know, the education, financial education is priceless, increasing your financial IQ to understand what the rich and wealthy know, so that you can be in a situation where, you know, you can benefit from that instead of being in a situation where you're a victim of it. So without further ado, let's get into the mind exercise. So I'm going to read this here. This is chapter 8, and mainly is speaking, as you can see, I got it tabbed all up and everything. Chapter 8 says, are you financially illiterate? Right? Look at that. Are you financially illiterate? I don't know if you can see that, but I just want to read it with you, if you will. So check this out. This is some powerful, potent stuff in here. I just want to share it with you all. I just thought, why not, after I worked out the body, you know, so I had a good day with my MCA business, or worked out the body, and so far as got some good spiritual praying and fasting, things of that nature going in. You know, for those that don't know, I had some deaths in the family recently, as of recent, and the hurricane situation really was devastating for a lot of people, you know, especially my family too. So, you know, prayers go out to all those that suffered losses of loved ones, you know, as I have as well. But with that being said, I figured now it's time to get into the workout of the mind. You know, I love reading books, even though reading is the worst way to learn, but the best part about books is you learn from experiences of others. That's what makes geniuses. Learn not only from your own mistakes, but you learn from the experience of others. You learn from others' mistakes, right? So with that being said, let's get into this chapter. I really want you all to check this out. Are you financially illiterate? Poor dad, my house is an asset. Rich dad, my house is a liability, right? My poor dad was a highly educated man. He was a class valedictorian, graduated from college in 2 years, went on to study at Stanford, the University of Chicago, and Northwestern University, ultimately earning his PhD. Unfortunately, he was not financially literate. He did not know the difference between assets and liabilities because he did not speak the language of money. His financial illiteracy required him to work harder, although he never got ahead financially. Every year he received a pay raise, but his expenses also increased. He did the best to manage his money, but money seemed to just slip through his fingers. You ever had that happen? I can assure you, all of us have felt that, right, folks? Although he was a highly educated, honest, hardworking family man with 4 kids, and he was a pillar of the community, he died a poor man, right? Then it says, the price of illiteracy. We all know the importance of literacy, the ability to read, write, speak, and do basic math. Literacy is a human being's connection to the outside world. The following are 5 statistics on illiteracy. 2/3 of students who cannot read proficiently by the end of the 4th grade will end up in jail or on welfare. Number 2, 70% of America's prison inmates cannot read above a 4th grade level. Number 3, 1 in 4 children in America grow up without learning how to read. Number 4, students who don't read proficiently by the 3rd grade are 4 times likely to drop out of school. And number 5, as of 2011, America was the only free market OECD, which stands for Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, country in which the general the current generation was less educated than the previous one. Wow. So what's the price of financial illiteracy? I'm sure that you'll agree that the price we pay for a lack of financial education is a high one. Financial illiteracy immobilizes people. So check this out. Check out these points. Financial illiterate people live in fear, clinging to a false sense of security. Fear keeps people poor. Financial illiterate people cannot solve life's basic financial problems. Wow. Financial illiteracy destroys self-esteem. Without financial literacy, a person's self-respect and self-worth are often low, rendering them unable to act effectively and decisively. A financial illiterate person goes through life pretending he or she knows what they are doing with money. Check this one out. Financial illiteracy causes people to be frustrated and be upset. The number one reason for divorce, check this out. The number one reason for divorce is arguments over money. Financial illiterate people cannot find the right answers to solve their money problems. Always worried about not having enough money. Or I should say many people, it says, are unable to live happy, prosperous, fulfilling lives. Financial illiterate people create fixed ideas. I found that financial illiterate people have closed minds. Many believe the rich are evil, greedy, and cruel. Many believe more money will solve their problems. Financial illiterate people often say, "You can't do that here." They persist in this belief, even if financial illiterate people are doing it right in front of them. Their financial illiteracy limits lives. Fixed ideas block out pain, confusion, stupidity, and helplessness that result in a lack of education. Check this out. Financial illiterate people believe they are the victims. Without financial literacy, a person does not know what is going on in the world economy. They tend to blame others for their money problems. Many blame the rich for their money problems. Most people are victims of the tax system. When they hear the rich pay little to nothing in taxes, they get angry. Rather than find out how the rich pay less in taxes or how they can minimize their taxes they themselves pay, they call the rich crooks and cheats. Financial illiteracy causes blindness. Financial illiterate people cannot see the millions of dollars of opportunities right in front of them. Like MCA. That's $1 million opportunity, but people can't see it, right? You ever wondered that? Why are people blind to that, right? Well, this is answering it right here. Financial illiterate people trust strangers they have never met with their money more than they trust themselves. This is why millions of people ask, what should I do with my money? And then they invest in the long term without even knowing who is managing their money. Financial illiterate people cannot see market crashes and operate on trust. It gets even more deeper. Look at this. Financial literacy causes poverty. The irony is that in a world awash with money, the middle class is shrinking and poverty is rising. Even though the banks have printed trillions of dollars, billions of people continue to say, I can't afford it. Although interest rates are at an all-time low, billions of people still cannot get a loan or afford to buy a home. Financial illiterate people make poor investors. Financial illiterate people are in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they usually invest in the wrong things at the wrong time for the wrong reasons. They buy high and sell low. Now, when Walmart has a sale, they rush in and they buy. But when Wall Street has a sale, they run away from the best investments that are on sale at low prices. Wow. Financial illiteracy causes a person to hate life. Millions, check this out. Millions are stuck in jobs that they hate, not earning enough money that they want and need to earn. It is estimated that 70% of all American workers usually hate their jobs. They sell their most valuable asset, which is their life, for a paycheck. Financial illiteracy can lead to unethical actions. Financial Illiteracy erodes moral, ethical, and legal values. We've all heard the horror stories of people who start dealing or hooking or gambling just to make a little money on the side. Millions will cheat, lie, steal money. Many people would cheat on their taxes rather than learn how to reduce their taxes legally, right? Are you getting all this, folks? This is wow. Now there's another part. I'm going to say the last part before I wrap it up. You got to hear this. What is financial literacy? One of Rich Dad's most important lessons was how you solve your problems determines the rest of your life. In 1997, Rich Dad Poor Dad was published. It is a book on financial literacy about 9-year-old boys, Rich Dad's son and me. For those who have read Rich Dad Poor Dad, this will be a review with a few embellishments. So, check this out. This says the financial statement, because most people don't know what a financial statement is, right? Income, expenses, that's so far as the income statement. Then your balance sheet on the bottom is your assets, liabilities, right? The financial statement is at the core of the financial literacy. That is why my rich dad often said my banker never asks for my report card. My banker does not care what school I went to or what my grade point average is. My banker wants to see my financial statement. Your financial statement is your report card after you leave school. Wow. It says people who cannot read financial statements are financially illiterate. As you know, there are many highly educated people that cannot read financial statements. This is the real financial crisis that we face. Wow. There's one more part you got to hear. Let's see, where is it at? I'm looking for it. Like on a financial statement, it says, these are the 6 words that are the core of financial literacy. They are: number 1, income; number 2, expenses; number 3, assets; number 4, liabilities; and number 5 and 6, cash flow, right? Ask any entrepreneur what's the most 2 important words are in those scenarios right there, in those 6, and they'll say cash flow, right? Because cash and flow determine if something is an income, expense, asset, or liability, right? For example, income is cash flowing in, expense is cash flowing out, right? Wow, there's a lot of powerful stuff in here. There are 2 important definitions. He says distinctions that Rich Dad made us understand, which shows the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket whether you work or not. Liabilities take money from your pocket, even if it go up in value. Wow. And there's one last part you gotta hear. I gotta let you hear that part. Where is it? So check this part out. This part is deep. So, this says, in summary, money is a language. Learning to be rich is much like learning a foreign language. It takes time, practice, and dedication. Poor people speak the same language. Okay, pay attention to this part. They speak the language of poverty, unfortunately. They think the words of the poor and they use the words of poverty whenever they communicate. Their most frequent words that they use are, I can't afford it, or I can't do it. Notice the word can't, right? Until those words change, little else will change in their life. As Henry Ford once said, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Either way, you are right. It's all about your thinking, right? The middle class, they speak the same language. Their favorite words of the middle class are job security, steady paycheck, benefits. They avoid the words like risk and debt. They think the idea of saving money is smart. And it was smart until 1971. That's when President Nixon, took us off the gold standard. That means that the dollar and gold was no longer the same anymore. So the dollar started losing value, right? Gold always holds value, but the dollar started losing value, started becoming worthless. It's paper, right? Until a person's words change, little else will change in their life. Now, the language of the rich is much different. The rich who has financial education, they speak different language. Entrepreneurs speak a different language than employees. Real estate investors speak a different language than stock market investors. A real estate investor will use words like cap rate, and a stock market investor will talk about PE ratio, puts, options, different things of that nature. Meaning almost the same thing, but the point is words become flesh. So pretty much, what is real financial education? Well, folks, the good news, real financial education begins with words. The real language of money. The language of the rich. And the best news of all, words do become flesh, just as the Bible said. And words are free. Words are free. It doesn't cost anything to use your words to empower others, to uplift others, to have others rise up. So whether it's in your business, your MCA business, whether it's in your lifestyle, whatever have you, the words that you speak, be mindful of what you say, and always, like I said, I say this all the time, invest in yourself. Benjamin Franklin once said, the investment in yourself is the best investment of all, because nobody can take it away from you. What you learn and what you put in this mental factory, nothing can delete it and take it away from you. It's always in here. It's stored, like a hard drive, literally, right? So with that being said, thanks for watching. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to do more of these videos because I really feel that, if people don't like to read, if people don't like to study, well, I figure why not, have some reading with the role model, if you will. I can bring the reading of books that I learned things, bring it to you all. Things that resonate with me, that make me more powerful, more stronger. Why not share it with you all? It can make you stronger if you pay attention and if you study it, right? So remember, you want to work out everything. You want to exercise everything. Your mind, your body, and your spirit. You know what I mean? Total exercise of all will always help you to grow as a person, With that being said, peace, and I'll see you on the other side of success. Stay too blessed to be stressed and always obsessed with success. One love.